Okay, to add to the last video, I want to play through a few scales, and I have these all written out. If you want to email me, I'll be happy to send them to you. I call them intonation exercises, but basically they're just scales. But I like to emphasize the shifting because this is going to be most important when you're soloing, playing a bass line, working out any type of bass melody. Your shifting is going to be super important. So I just want to play through a few of these scales and talk about them a little bit. And it'll get a little bit into thumb position as well. C scale, of course. So you're going into thumb position there. And with thumb position, I'll talk about thumb position a little bit since we're here. You're just taking the side of your thumb. Most of you guys already know about this. Placing it down. But you also want a nice relaxed position in thumb position as well as you play these. Anytime you get in thumb position. F scale, I played this in the last video. One thing I would encourage you to do is look away from the fingerboard as you play these scales, because you want to memorize the ergonomics of your shifting as opposed to visually trying to measure out the shifting this way. I would encourage you to keep a consistent head, neck, shoulder, and arm distance from the bass so that as you play these scales, your ergonomics, you're going to learn the ergonomics of these scales as well, not just the fingerings. So B flat. Little out of tune there, which happens. E flat. So now you can always come up with your own scale fingerings, but I enjoy fingerings and like these fingerings, I've adapted them mostly from the striker method with a few changes, and you can come up with your own. If you want to come down a different way than you go up, that's okay too, because that happens when you're playing. Okay, the A flat scale. D flat. G flat or F sharp. Now those are the trickiest. They have the most shifts. So you can decide where you want to shift, what works best for you there. Here's the B scale. Oops. Here's the B scale. Here's the B scale. E scale. A. So those are the scales, the major scales, of course. So the main thing is shifting. You want to make sure your shifting is concrete and that your hand position is solid.